Hello, Watchman here, welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. Just give me a second. But yeah, so earlier today I released basically the PowerPoint slides, but fixed the PowerPoint slides from last time, talking about setting up a relay network. I have fixed it and added a bonus section, so yeah, check it out if you want. I'm going to link in chat at least for YouTube. Just a second. There's the shared link. Let's make a better message. Oh, not. Okay. Chat should be loading soon. Why did it not? I pasted, apparently I didn't copy. Okay, here we go. Now, coming back to this, I have somewhat resolved the issue. It might have involved a certain object thrower cheat menu. But yeah, in any case, it seems to be a known bug, from what I could tell. But something about it not being called. If occasionally, if the decoupler's not in an action group or not in a staging group or something. In any case, ooh, that's very much not what I wanted to do. Okay, this is fixable though. Yeah, it's just reverse. Already got that as a target. But if we look at the two intersects, let's just get their velocities down to 0.0. 0.0 and 0.0. There we go. That will do. RCS and reduce the thruster down. There we go. And we've got the other one right there. Is a touch close. Okay. But yeah, we've got them working. So, you have. No, we've gone past periapsis. So I will wait until the next this. And then we should be a third in front of. So if we set it as our target, we can have a look at our phase angle. Not quite 120 degrees. Probably by the time we get down to periapsis, we will be. Look at our time to periapsis, 18 minutes. Let's go orbit point retrograde. Yeah, not 120 degrees. Oh, it'll be close enough. And besides, the orbits aren't going to be perfect anyways. Just needs to be close enough. We do have enough leeway by going twice or 3 times the radius of the planet or the moon. In any case, let's just quick save and time warp a bit. Go a bit faster. Okay, now it's working. Memory, it's about it shouldn't be a 3-second burn. Let's just burn and see from there. It's just not active. Oh, I was basically actually right. We can fix this. Aiming for 260. Sure. Point retrograde again. Smaller burn. Okay. Close. Let's go to our current apoapsis and just use the RCS for the final leg of the journey. By transfer vessel. RCS, we are currently pointing retrograde, so I will need opposite direction. Just until we get to 260. Any moment now. We're getting there. About 100 meters. Okay, let's get a bit closer to our new apoapsis. Only more meters. 40 meters now. A bit more warping. Okay. A couple meters too far, but now good. Now we can warp. Before we do that, turn off RCS. Now warp around. Oh, I'm still running on retrograde, oh well. We will need to go just a bit further. Let's warp a bit closer to apoapsis. Again, we will be retrograde for 9 meters. We need to turn TS back on. There we go. Circular. 5260.000. So, let's see what the phase angle is. So off by 3.2 degrees, not too bad. Not the worst. And you can see plenty of extra space. Let's go back to our transfer vessel. Oh, and the relay. Let's Skip to periapsis. But I think we'll need to skip around one more time. Go one more time around. Let's just distant. That 3. Okay. Round. Actually, cancel that warp. Warp behind where I currently am. Should end up about here, relative to the other ones. And I was looking at the stats of, we switch back over to here. The stats of this narrowband scanner, you need to be within 100 kilometers of the surface, I believe. Or kilometers above the sea level equivalent. So I will keep that in mind when putting the polar orbit scanner in. Or, not scanner, but relay. Now, closer to periapsis. Engine is activated. Good. I sworn that on this one the decoupler was gone. Maybe that was the other one? Sure. In any case, orbit retrograde. Cool. Overshot slightly, so let's just quickly that out. Yep. Warp over towards periapsis. Then on a bit closer. So we have overshot apoapsis, which will mean we need to go in reverse about 200 meters. That first. About 50 meters to go. Go. Swing around to the other side. I don't think we'll need to disable RCS because we're facing the right way, or we've got it on stability assist. Just point directly exactly where we need to go. So currently it's on retrograde. I need to go prograde, so it will be reverse direction. Start working on that now. 20 meters to go now. A bit less. Warp towards apoapsis. There we go, 2600. What? 260. How did I get 2600? Anyway. Words. Let's have a look at all our angles. 114.4 and 128.8. See, we do have a nice straight line going between them. Now, one other advantage of going for a wider orbit like this is that I can have a narrow orbit for the polar satellite, should let me get to 100 kilometers. Because with the triangle that I showed in the relay setup, hang on a minute. Periapsis is 260 kilometers. Excuse me? Something's lying to me here. Especially since I'm near apoapsis. Right? Yeah, that is the one. Vessel. Let's just rename them quickly. Then I'll go ahead and put the polar satellite in and do a scan. Transfer vessel is Sat2. Head of it, we've got Sat1. Okay. Oh. Final relay. Let's make the maneuver at least. So I can be sure that it's 90 degrees. Now you don't need it to be exactly 90 degrees to get it to work, but you just need it to be close to 90 degrees. But 90 degrees is ideal. Thinking, excuse me, what do you mean 4-day long burn? But we've got it on the engine power. Here we go. 56-second burn. Time up to it. And inclination changes are most efficient when traveling slower. Meanwhile, changing your velocity is most efficient when you're going faster. But, like, in terms of total energy. I saw a video on that recently. Who did it? Give me a second. Mold or someone? Give me a second. Was it a short? Burn is time is 56 seconds, so 25 plus 3. 8. Which means now. Right, back to searching. Also wondering, maybe I watched it on a different account? I don't think so. The Action Lab video on the Oberth effect. Is slightly overshot. Slightly overshot. Okay, let's switch around. Yeah, so during that video he kind of talks about how the overf effect works. You're not creating energy out of nothing. It's coming from the fact that you're taking energy of the propellant that you were bringing with you, and because you're shooting it backwards, you're stealing the kinetic energy that it used to have. Yes. We have entered into a suborbital spaceflight above Ike. I assure you we haven't. At least not continuously. We're not in a suborbital trajectory anymore. Now, let's bring that orbit down to 100 kilometers. Good. Nope. Okay. I was wanting to check my notes, but because, of course, Steam's Shift Tab, I think, means I'm pressing Shift. Oh, okay, no. Maximum altitude is 500 kilometers. Okay. So, should be fine actually having this as a larger orbit. So, I might as well make it match, which is 2600. Close enough. So that's return. That periapsis. Good, we're not going to be colliding with Sat 2. No, we will need to be on retrograde. Also needs to be 26. We are slightly above that. Coming up towards apoapsis. Let's just adjust this one. Go over to it. This way we'll have fine control. RCS. Enable the actual... Oh, where is it? Here it is. Mission. Go the other way. Goes out from the transfer vessel. And the solar panels. Then, final adjustment. We need to go slightly higher. Warp to apoapsis. Or nearabouts. Okay, turn off RCS so I can regrade. Now I'll turn back on. Bring the thrust down on this to 1%. Then. Oh. Now we want to go forwards. Just any bit of engine? Oh, I need to activate the engine. Now just a tiny bit of engine. Okay, and now just a tiny bit of... Yes, there we go, that's 260. How am I messing this up so continuously? Okay, let's turn slightly. At periapsis we need to decrease that quite a bit. So, engine should do nicely. Fix that. It's wrong way. Let's keep it on just RCS. I want to go prograde, so I'll go backwards because I'm pointing retrograde. More. And one more time. Should be the final time. Nearly final time though. 2 meters. Go. And then warp to here. And just cancel out the final 3 meters. Retrograde. There we go. 260,000 meters, or 260 kilometers, both apoapsis and periapsis. Now that's an interesting path because I'm pretty sure. So, we're currently bouncing our signal off of that relay to Kerbin. To geostationary orbit even, and then to Kerbin. Yeah, so now that we've got our nice and circular orbit, let's deploy the scanner. Our current location, there we go, location, 8 or something, yeah, we've got an 8.14% average. Let's deploy the main survey scanner and perform an orbital survey. There we go. Here, let's extend the boom, run some of the science, turn that into money later on. So magnetometer, it measured the interaction between the solar wind and magnetic field of this body as it deflected charged particles. 189 science transmitted. Atmospheric scan. In a vacuum, 42 science. I didn't mean to run, I meant to extend. UV gravioli. Ordered accurate measurements of gravitational forces in these conditions. Plus 56 science. And we've got the temperature. Just 28 science. But our exact location, yeah. And let's have a look at Ike's or distribution. That's red. I think we want the reddest section. So somewhere like here seems to be the ideal location. I mean, true ideal location would be up here. What's the delta V like? 50. Not too bad. In worst case scenario, for an unideal inclination change would be 2 times the current orbital velocity. You can always, it's probably not the most efficient, but you could always decrease your orbital velocity to 0. So you come to a point you would be falling straight down. Then you burn again to increase your orbital velocity by back up to 218 in a new direction. Actually, that might net effect overall what you're doing anyway. In any case, this seems like it would be a good location for a base. I'm not currently passing over it, but anyway. Let's also get rid of transfer vessel. To do that, I think maybe we don't want to risk contaminating bacteria on Duna. So, what we'll do, 200 meter per second burn to completely stop our current orbital velocity. Then go radially in. Go for a big bang. And, I mean, no time like the present. Final burn of the transfer vessel. Did its job. Did it well. But we don't really want to leave debris in orbit. And there's not really anything else we can get out of it, so we will be wasting nearly 4 kilometers of delta V worth. Of course, when we were actually fully loaded up, that was significantly less delta V, but this will do. Here we go, basically 0 meters a second. Just means a straight line down, well, nearly straight line down. So, if we go surface and then radial in, let's do this. Let's see how fast we can get this. Probably be burning for a while. Get closer and closer. Wonder how get this. Place your bets. Do we run out of fuel first, or do we hit the moon first? We are going 700 meters a second towards the moon. I think we're gonna hit the moon first. This is reminding me of the videos of Patrice Crane trajectories for like space, where even with relatively small or slow acceleration, you get there fast. Oops, I left the delta V map on screen. Yeah, we still got 2.5 kilometers a second of delta V. We have 100 kilometers of altitude. Plus the weight ratio is 4.7. Oh, around the planet, moon instead of planet. There. Still. This does look rather low poly. Day of the moon. 60 kilometers left. With 2.3 kilometers to delta V. Yeah, we are definitely hitting the moon first. But we're starting to get the surface scatter now. No longer looking low poly. Then high quality now. See it sweeping past as we get closer to the surface and terrain adjusting. Full destruction. Very nice. That's what I wanted to see. 1,662 meters per second. Hang on. Wasn't my... That number sounds familiar. Give me a second. Just a moment. 662. Wasn't that the orbital height of something? Of like transfer? Orbit? No. Okay. It was 1,045. Maybe the wrong one that I used before was 1662. Might have been. Oh no, wait. Ah, my relays around Duna need to have a signal strength of at least 1.663 m. In any case, speed over land, 290 meters a second. Okay. Highest speed achieved 1662 meters per second. Most G-force endured 0.6 Gs. I think the crash would disagree with that. Yeah. Well, first milestones. I am interested in what that is. Let's go to the Space Center. Do you want to make a final adjustment to one of Duna orbit, one of the relay's orbits? So I will have a look at the Space Center and look at contracts first. Let's see, world's first milestone. Oh, I've gathered first scientific data from Ike. Okay, sure. Yeah, just one Kerbal though. Science data from space around Gilly. That it should be straightforward. Satellite. That is a lot, but I don't think I've got. If I had repair packs in, I'll check. I had repair packs for maybe, but otherwise, yeah. Science and space around Gilly. Let's do that quickly. Then fix up the Duna polar orbit. Gilly, there we go. I need my space stations. Yeah. For a second, I was wondering why I had to square for a contract, but then I remembered, yeah, I've got a mission heading there to expand the station. Of course, it's got the contract. Okay, I should some form of science experiment, and if not, I have crew report. Crew report. No, it needs to be manned. Let's transfer you. Give a crew report. Transmit. There we go. Yep, contract complete. Experimental data from Space Giddy. What was the experimental data? It's like a particularly lumpy rock. Bet you could jetpack down there. That is correct. Let's see. Do we have repair packs? We do have repair packs. Okay. That might be something bit of an. I have an engineer. Okay. Wait. Let's board and then go back to the Space Center. I could just go EVA directly to it. That would be an option. The advanced scan of a rover arm of Tylo Lightstone. I don't remember where Tylo is. Yeah, let's accept that. Quickly carry it out, and then fix Duna. And then I think we've got another satellite in orbit of Minmus that I need to fix. Maybe do that and then end for... but in any case, let's first go to E, to Gilly. Let's find that satellite I need to fix. There we go. Don't have anything on Gilly Station. Sent. I don't think my ore shuttle would work either. I think it's unmanned. So maybe I did put a seat on it, but I don't think I did. I could just give it a look. No craft attached. So give a quick look. On bases, yep. Mining outpost. Yeah, 24/7. We've got the engineer there mining constantly. In the service bay? No, we don't. Okay. Oh, it's worth having a look at. Let's go back to the station. And then do a slow, very slow maneuver. Let's start off with EVA-ing them. Here. Swap out the science for repair pack. Okay. Let's be safe, because I know some things require multiple repair packs. Go with that. Target. Yeah. $19 uses a second difference target, sure. But switch to this, then I can actually hear how to encounter the target as a target. Okay, let's reset that. Create a new maneuver. What time do I need? I'd just do that and then wait a couple of orbits. Would that work? Not quite. Would be a starting point. Let's let go. I am tempted to just do a direct. Do a quick save. Give that a shot. That's the target direction. Go up. Oh. 27 minutes. Warp there. We only used 0.8 of our propellant. Target, that's target. Warp a bit closer. Yeah. Relatively straightforward. Cancel out. No maneuver info, so minutes to. Ooh. 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 Okay. Come on, let me actually. Stop spinning around. What? Why is it doing this? Really? Probably because the last bit is like. See, going the right way. Whee. Close to it. Here is it, here it is. Just need to be a bit more conservative on the return trip. We should be fine. Just to be safe, I am not going to quick save. What do we need to repair? Play down with the time warp while I'm looking it up. Communitron 16. I'm guessing this one. Yeah. This one needed. There we go. It has been done. Contract completion rewards 900k. Thank you very much. Let's extend that antenna because why not? It even comes with a gravioli detector. I've already done Midlands, I guess. Okay, well we can do a scanner, I guess. KerbNet. Yay. Anyway, back to the Kerbal. Set Achilles Station as target. Then we will want to burn that way. So something like that. Better. Now. Close enough. Hopefully we have enough remaining in our pack to slow down. Otherwise we might need some mount a rescue. Where is the station? Wave. Anyway, let's see. Closest approach. I'm up just a bit. Closest approach is 400 meters. Okay, that should be good enough. Slow down. Why do you keep doing that? Why does it keep doing that? Try pointing the opposite way. No, it doesn't like that either. Do it like okay, that seems to be doing okay. Practically stationary now. Should be fine now. Wait. Go a bit lower. Okay, we've still got an entire fifth of our jetpack propellant remaining. Certainly be fine. Just that hatch. And there we go, grab directly on the hatch. Cannot board a full module. Great. Someone will need to make space. Get off. Transfer you to the front. Now you can board. Is there anyone who can level up? Nope, didn't think so. Okay, well, that was that contract complete at least. Now, back to Duna. I'm going to bring this down to 500, just under 500 kilometers. Might go for 499,999. So now I'll be under 500 kilometers, all orbit, but only just. Should be in a circular, yeah. So, any point here will be apoapsis, so might as well burn now. It's kind of slow. That's alright. Just go to 499,999. It's just 20 kilometers away. Go. Turn RCS on. Just to go back a bit. Just a couple 100 meters. Then we'll be under our 500 kilometer maximum before using the scanning module. Any moment now. This is taking longer than I expected, to be honest. I definitely could have increased the power on the RCS thrusters. A bit less than 200 meters to go now. Now 100 meters. Final little adjustment. There we go. 49999. Disable RCS and swap around. Ooh, I will need to cancel early. Okay, hang on. What is the path that I have here? So it's a Duna relay sat. Oh no, so it's being bounced to relay sat 2. What? That does make sense. Oh, yeah, that should be renamed to Ike. That's why it didn't make sense. Then to the geostationary relay and then down to Kerbal. Let's go back to warping. Then we will bring our apoapsis back down. Good to go. More. Be close enough. Again, I've put the engine power low on this one as well. So 30 kilometers. It's just. So you'll be able to watch streams on Duna once this is done, right? Yep. That's definitely how this works. Wait, am I the one streaming on Duna or you're on Duna watching the stream? So if you're on Duna watching the stream, how dare you get there before I do? You're on Duna watching the stream on Duna, I see. Where was I? Again? Round. I think I can do the last bit on RCS. And I'll need to fix this one again. Pointing retrograde, so forwards. There we go, just under 500 kilometers. And warp around again. Signal goes to service on Kerbin and then back. Stream delay is a bit much. Yep. To be fair, the stream delay on this, putting controls into it, should be quite long as well. But oh well. 100 meters-ish. Enough to then walk forward again. One final trip. Periapsis is off by 1 meter. There's quite frankly 1 meter too many. Spin around. And RCS back on. Oh, there we go. Now, turn that off. Yes, I can see the surface ore levels. Yay! They only seem to simulate signal decay and bandwidth, not latency. Yep. And even bandwidth is debatable because it's only the bandwidth of your current vessel. It doesn't actually take into account the relay vessel's bandwidth. But yeah, we've got that working now. Can I set satellite names from the tracking station? Don't think I can, but I'm going to give it a try. But yeah, I think you joined recently. I think you probably missed out on my Gilly satellite fixing mission, where I literally got the Kerbal out from the station, burned straight towards the satellite, slowed down, fixed there's a communication antenna on the satellite, turned around, went back to the station. And yeah, I only used 4/5 of the fuel, the backpack. Around Joule. I did see that I had an option for a contract there. Not yet. I want to focus on Duna first. Right, I was wanting to see, can I rename it from here? I don't think I can. Okay. Oh well. Yeah, okay. Oh, I guess I will. What? Don't think I pressed anything. Game crash? Nope. Oh, okay, it did just take me to it. Sure. Let's find probe core. Aim it to Ike relay sat. Now, this is definitely overkill for a moon when we've got a relay network around the planet, but yeah, well, it's fine. Saves on having to have different designs for each of them. It's 8 total, like 3 relays plus another 3 relays plus 2 polar satellites, so that makes 8. That's nice and easy to make metrical. But 3 and 3 plus 2 It's not so easy to make symmetrical for thrust purposes. Ike relay sat 2. Not Ole. Ike. There we go. And let's turn the lights on. And final one. Although have I named the polar ones? I don't think I have. Cool. Not renamed the polar ones. Or at least not this polar one. Fix that. Like polar 1. And let's also rename this one. Unipolar 1. Probably won't make a polar 2 though. Okay, so that is now done. So let's go fixate. I really am the repair team because now I'm going to fix a satellite in orbit of Minmus. But this time with a plane in space. Where am I going to? What is the name of it? Oh, attach a part. Aging Minmus sec. Yes, that one. Oh, it's already target. Okay, that works. 0 degrees inclination. Nice. Pretty much circular orbit currently, so that works too. That's where it currently is. Let's see. Head of maneuver. Down. How close? That is very close. It's ahead of us. Just for timing a bit. Bring up the graphical interface. Orbital height to touch. Just for timing. 2.6 kilometers. Okay, we can still get that level. Just by adjusting the timing without needing to change the burn at all. Can we get it under 1k? No, at 1k. So, do I need to go more prograde or retrograde? I have finer control. Neither of those seem to work, so let's just, I guess let's just start with that. Point towards the maneuver. Yeah, something else you missed. I crashed the Duna transfer vessel into Ike. So full on just retrograde until I had no orbital velocity. And then just radial in. I think I hit the ground at 1.6 kilometers a second. 6-second long burn. 10 meters a second. I think I quick saved, but I'll do it again to make sure. Ike braking, yes. But no Kessler syndrome. I did consider crashing it into Duna, but considering real life equivalents, we'd want to preserve Mars as well as possible for future scientific missions. Final adjustments here. Okay, tiny bit of prograde then. I suppose I could use RCS as well. You have monopropellant on board, yep. Let's just pin the 2 kilometers. Okay, it's probably as good as we're getting. So, quick save and time warp. Again. 5 days away, okay. Interesting. So this aging satellite apparently has a relay on it. You set as target. Now I've got a target marker. There we go. Closer. Electric charge. Ooh. Oh, we'll get electric charge once we turn all the engines again. Warp a bit more. There. Turn the engines on slightly so I can spin it around and actually get sunlight. Oh. Assist. And this way. Push the retrograde over to not exactly hoping actually. So go ahead and point towards the target. Did that a bit too early. Interesting. We're in a higher orbit. We're going to be ahead of it, despite the fact that we're behind it currently. Interesting. Also, closest approach is 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, when we're 2 kilometers away now. Pull ourselves towards it. There we go, that makes more sense. Now, let's go back to pointing retrograde. I'll point the solar panels perpendicular to the sun. There we go. And time up closer. Time up a bit more. Cancel out the rest of velocity. Down to 0. There we go. Sunlight from the solar panels. Then, actually, get a bit closer to satellite. Repairing. Camera up ahead. Get closer still. And I can use RCS to slow down. And get a bit closer. And now back to pointing at target. Engineer out. Okay, actually, point slightly above target. Let's give a bit of a burn. Not too much, but enough. Then I can stop directly on top of the satellites to fix it, or to add a battery to it. Contract. Camera on top. This is totally how all base fixing things missions go. Bring spaghetti out. The construction mode, and now then put that on the bottom there. And contract complete. Satellite has been upgraded. 460k. So I mean, combined with some of the other contracts, I've made a killing today. I do like this design though. Yeah, monopropellants. Yeah, you do get full like full axis control with that. Rotation and translation. Get the solar panels displayed out like that. I mean, the battery is the least nice thing about it, but oh well. Where else was I going to put it? Anyway, let's go ahead. Not hit that satellite. And return to Kerbal. Out of the way. Now, let's not look. Here we go. Whoever that takes us. Going prograde. Let's shrink our orbit nicely. 1.9 kilometers. Just brute force this basically. At 11 megameters. Four megameters. But still going down, okay. No, that's going back up again. I can do more. That. Not. No, because then. Okay. reverse that around. Okay, you know what? Maybe getting a moon encounter would be enough. But can I set the moon as a target? We'll get a moon encounter. To a better direct Kerbal. Yep. Should be close enough at least. Round. Basically one orbit. Save. Time warp. Minute 30-ish. Close enough. Stage something. And then just from physics warp for the burn. Alrighty then. I could go for a moon intercept, but that's not a great location for one when I'm trying to deorbit. Oh well. 2 megameters, 1.5 megameters, 1 megameter, half a megameter into the atmosphere. No, it's still not fair. There we go. Into the atmosphere. Head and do some. Get rid of physics warping and do some time warping. And we are leaving Minmus. Ow. Oh. Huh. Okay. I didn't think that's how I was burning, but alright. 27 days. Hmm. 10 days just get up to our apoapsis. Let's... Nope. You know what? That is acceptable. I will be getting my lunar orbital slingshot grab assist. I don't think slingshot doesn't feel correct when you're using a gravity assist to slow down. It feels like it should be an acceleration one. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring our apoapsis down to save us from a 30-day long re-entry. They've already been out here for 50 days for a 10-day mission. And I've got the Delta V to spare. I can make adjustments. Oh. Okay. Down with time warp. have a look at the moon, have a look at Kerbin. Now, that is not an ideal trajectory. So, before we get into moon, can maneuver and just make some adjustments. Yeah, that doesn't help much. Let's try some radial, maybe? That'll do something? Maybe radial plus prograde would certainly do something. Let's bring that prograde back down. Look at that periapsis. Okay, no, so I think I will want to go for the opposite side of the moon. I think I am slightly behind it, which is speeding up my orbit. So, if I focus on the moon, I should be able to start off with getting rid of what I currently have. And doing that. I'm on the opposite side of the moon. This should be hoping to slow down. I add in some nation. Closer. Yep, see, we can bring the apoapsis down. Let's see if I can. There we go. That's almost what I was wanting. Now, just into the atmosphere. That'll do nicely. Point towards the maneuver node. 6 days to the maneuver node. 12 days for the moon intercept. Oof. This is a slow orbit. I think month in KSP is like 6 days. In case, we are nearly at our node here. Seven seconds on each side. Okay, need to adjust slightly. And time warp to cancel out rotation. To cancel out rotation. There we go. Nope. Okay, between radial and retrograde. And prograde, I mean. And I need to be going. This. So, out here. Again, just gonna quick time warp to. Nope, come on. Back up. No, nope, no, wrong What? Pressing the wrong maneuver, wrong time warp button. I did a quick save a bit. Main reason for quick saving is not for when things go wrong with the planning. It's for when I time warp too far. Back to this point. Not the SAS is not responding properly. Try. Well, you don't have electric power. That might be why. Or at least pointing the right way. No. Oop. And wrong button. Close enough. Yeah, close enough. Save. Now do the actual time warp. Yes, Minimus orbit indicator. I guess that just has the same inclination as Minimus. Bit closer. Wrong. Nearly in the mean sphere of influence. There we go, mean sphere of influence. You know, that's something I didn't check. I didn't check if I was going to collide into the moon or not. Hello, moon. Hi, moon. Truly by moon. Now, 4 days till near atmosphere. Wait. Oh, right. I still don't have the SAS. Okay, well, it's close to the atmosphere. Close to the atmosphere. Let's bring in the solar panels and then to bay. Now, plan. We will T-pose for dominance. for quicker deorbiting. That already red. Not a big fan of that. Let's point where I want to point. Try to point downwards. Let's move stuff into front. Point downwards. There we go. Ignore the heat and temperature gauges. It was still not enough. Do I have track deadline expired? Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hello, welcome. I am starting to go back up. Don't have any oxides left, okay. But I can still things up. Oops, sorry. Why am I saying sorry? I'm saying sorry to myself, that's why. Fuel to front here. It's still no radial in. Let's see, that has dropped the... Yeah, it's dropped the apoapsis by more than half. Fine, we're back out in space. So, knock the cargo bays and all the panels out. I'm warping around again. Just a attempt of fixing the SAS. Gee. Yeah. But has fixed the SAS. Good. How did I say that like an evil villain? As we get close to hitting the atmosphere, bring the solar panels back in and close the cargo bay. Then we post for dominance. And this time it should be easier to maintain. Traveling about that direction. This is how planes work, right? And let's get rid of the aerodynamic markers. It's moving, pitching the wrong way. Try to move more fuel down. Great. Move some fuel into forward at least slightly. Yep, this is regular plane activity. There we go. Keep posing for dominance. Nicely balanced. Yeah, starting to head back up. Yeah, we're not experiencing that much in terms of G-force. Oh. No longer as much of an issue. We're able to point straight down now. Yeah, that cut down our apoapsis a fair bit. This is what the space shuttle did, right? Absorbing until we get out of the atmosphere. Again, up the cargo bays. Solar panels. Then walk back around. Keep warping back around the atmosphere and bring in the solar panels quickly. Cargo bay. Spin around so it's the underside of the plane, because that makes more sense, technically. I say, while pulling off this maneuver. I'm now realizing I am in a retrograde orbit. Going east to west as opposed to west to east. I'm probably going to get another orbit in, I thought. I don't think this will go directly to fully an atmosphere. We'll see. And perhaps this is now below 1 megameter. Past periapsis. So apoapsis is still dropping quite nicely. I'm on into the wind. Surface speed decreasing. But re-entry effects seem to be not quite disappearing. Never mind. Soon-ish. Now they're disappearing. The apoapsis is still going down quite quickly. In relative terms. Put on it a bit longer before physics warping. I say that and then immediately to start physics warping. Oh, what's that up there? So Gilly Station mansion, just going past. So, and cargo bays and solar panels. Spin. You wonder. Probably inclination a bit close to the desert runway. That way. Yeah. It is beginning to use up a fair bit of Delta Vivo. I think currently I'll be coming in around here, so I'll just fly the last leg. So, I guess time up. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to overshoot a bit more than I was hoping to. Solar panels, and then cargo bay. Now we are back to our radial wind maneuver. To be in about that direction. That direction. Let's activate navigation on the desert airfield. I am slightly concerned about doing this on the final orbit or entry. I believe it's behind that mountain range there. Don't let it break up over the ocean this time. Yeah, I'll let it break up over land instead. Not. I think it might be. There it is. Yeah. I think I saw it glint for a second that way. Yep, you can see periapsis is now negative, so this will be our final tree. Go ahead, turn off the nuclear engine, turn on the jet engines. Put the throttle on just a bit so I can know when they're fired back up again. Bit of a light. Oh well. See here, Crater Lake. Crater Ocean, I guess, if it's Crater Sea. So it's then connected to an ocean. Yeah, I'm definitely going to come down before I hit that ocean. Crater Lagoon. Yeah. I don't know, that doesn't feel like a lagoon to me. It is a touch large. Oh, okay, too top heavy now, I think. So let's transfer a bit more fuel back. I pressed stop, but it already transferred all the fuel anyway. Okay, now to the front. It's not enough weight. Be adjusting well enough. Not balanced. Maybe a bit out. Oh, that was too quick. There's the engines. So let's put the air brakes on so we can stabilize. Stability. Okay, air brakes can go off. Engines. Go too far away from prograde. Go. And fly to the desert runway. Loop-de-loop. Getting there, slowly turning around. Throttle up a bit. Now we should be just about heading the right way. Quite there yet. There we go. Not perfect, but yeah. Alright. Up a bit more. Go a bit over the horizon. And then we shouldn't be as at risk of just dying to plane ripping itself apart in low atmosphere. It shouldn't be. Yeah, that is a fair distance. I'm tempted to go suborbital. Aim up at about 10 degrees? 5 degrees will do. Won't go full throttle. Okay, let's throttle down a bit more. Keep it below 1 kilometre a second. At least below 13 kilometres. There we go, that should be fine. So we're doing more than this when we're taking off. I'm going to throttle up a bit because I can hear the engines dying from lack of air. Despite putting the thrust up at max, the thrust is dropping. Just go prograde, minimize our drag. Perhaps this is up to 20 kilometers or above 20 kilometers. Should be able to just coast like this for a bit. The engines will flame out, but that's fine. Re-enter into atmosphere that we can fly in. Actually, we are past our apoapsis. Keep stability consist. Still going up. Only slightly. Coasting. We don't have too much drag. How are we doing? Getting close to our target. You can actually see it there. You can occasionally see it glinting off in the distance. Now, it's still on. Right now, we don't need more lift. At the destination. Going over. Follow our trajectory. We are coming up a bit short now, that's fine. Just could get us a bit above our prograde marker, which should... I am going to need to make some adjustment to line up with the runway. So the engines will need to come back on for that, probably. Or I could just start adjusting now. The adjustments I made were now getting lift and going further. Fine, because we will be killing a lot of that with this turn. And we've got air brakes anyway. Let's hold off from the gears for now. Okay, didn't want to go quite that hard on the nose pitching up. Now let's switch over to ground radar. Coming in a bit hot, a bit fast. Brakes. Let's also up the gear early, I guess. You have the parachutes case, which I'm not quite lined up. If you're actually flying this, you would definitely go for a go around here, which I think I will do. Bring everything back. Go for slight engine. I'll come around from the other side. Thought I would bleed off a bit more speed with that turn, but I guess I didn't. Out a bit. I do want more chance to line up with runway. A bit further out, I think. Okay, out here. Round. Force this turn. Onto the spot. That's how planes work. Bit more engine power to adjust to that. And compensate. And I should be good to shoot a fair bit. Nearly lined up. Need to. Oop, nope, that was too. Adjustments. Should be good now. Here is tapping adjustments. Okay, gear out. Ooh, flared too early. Bit rough. Lost a aileron. So it's not truly an aileron. Let's also put the brakes on. And there we go. Minor damage. That can be replaced and repaired. But otherwise, oh, I had the engine still on. Okay. But otherwise, safely touch down. Cover the vessel. should be receiving 100% funds back, which is the important part. Yep, covered at Desert Airfield, 100% value. 91k back. Oh, and they've advanced level 2, because... Yes. I guess it did do a flyby of Minimus as well. I did not mean to click on the spaceplane hangar. Well, I think final thing I'll do is have... I managed to land this time. I managed to land most times. Okay. Yes, final thing to do is to check on the missions and just work out what I'll be doing next time. See if there are contracts I can pick up. Bring Duna ejector back with you, okay. Extract ore from Gilly and deliver it to Eve. Land ore on Eve. Bring Tylo Lightstone back with you. That's in orbit of... not Jupiter. Called. Build a new orbital station on the solar orbit. Yeah. That's very easy to do. I just don't want to have to deliver it. I'm not sending my ore ship, my ore... what's it called? Or shuttle? Yeah, that's it. I'm not sending it to Eve surface, because it's not coming back from Eve. It would need its own mission. We've detected some ore on Gilly. You don't say. We're currently digging a whole bunch of it out. It is a lot. It is 2 million. Okay, it's convinced me. Yeah, so I guess next time I will be designing that. Does dropping it from orbit count as landing it on Eve? Yeah. What? I don't understand the question. Let's look at the active contracts. That's in progress, that's in progress, that's in progress. Got time for that, I guess. That I can design. That's... I guess these two are next to design. This I've still got time. This I as well, I guess. So I guess next yeah, next time I'll design something to go down to Gilly. Can we just crash an asteroid containing ore into Eve? No, we cannot. But it's... I mean, so it has to be ore from Gilly. Yeah. So, I mean, you can break how it tracks contracts and all. but it's all from Gilly to Eve. Well, that's going to be fairly straightforward. Can we get crash Gilly into Eve? No, that's where I get my ore from. That's where all my Eve fuel comes from. Gilly is very important. If we had solar sails or something, if it was a new solar system game, Solar Expanse, whatever it's called, if we were playing that, Gilly would be a major hub. Can we crash processed ore into Eve? It kind of needs to survive and land on the surface, but otherwise I would be fine with that. You really just want to crash something into Eve, don't you? I understand Eve is not very nice, but you don't have to hit it. It's rough enough, surely some might survive. I mean, honestly, it's hard to get something to hit Eve. Because either it's going to burn up in the atmosphere, or the atmosphere is just going to slow it down to 10 meters a second. Yeah, it should be fairly straightforward. So to drop it from Gilly to Eve. Just gonna put a heat shield on it. Just big tank and heat shields on it. It will drop to the surface. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Again, I posted video on YouTube of the relay stuff. So, yeah, all the how to set up a relay network, everything involved. Based off of what I did in last stream, but then also then, yeah, there's a bonus section talking about signal strength, so check that out. That's on YouTube. It's pinned in the YouTube chat, so if you're watching it as a VOD, you'll see it there. If you've enjoyed, until next time, see ya.